One day, while looking out the window, she noticed movement behind the fence next door. A dog was quietly pacing the yard, and no one had been on the property for days. That's when she knew something wasn't right. The dog looked rough. He had patches of fur missing, his body looked weak, and his eyes were full of fear. She would later name him Chance. He seemed just as unsure about her as she was about what to do next. But even though she wanted to help him immediately, she couldn't just walk onto someone else's property. Legally, it wasn't allowed. So she called different rescues hoping they could step in, but none of them could help without a warrant. That left Chance completely alone, with no one to care for him. She couldn't just sit back. So she started doing what she could from her side of the fence. Every day, she left food and water near the gate. She didn't get too close, just enough so he knew someone was trying to help. Slowly, he started to come near to eat. It wasn't much, but it was a start. One day, she finally saw someone at the property. A woman was there, and she asked if she could get permission to rescue the dog herself. The woman said yes. That one moment changed everything. Now that she had permission, she started to visit the yard and just sit nearby. She didn't try to touch Chance. Instead, she let him hear her voice, see her face, and get used to her scent. At first, he would run, but each day, he stayed a little longer. He began to watch her closely, trying to understand if she was safe. After several days, he stopped running away completely. On day 9, something big happened. His tail wagged. It was small, but it meant a lot. It meant trust was starting to grow. On day 13, the biggest moment of all came. She stood up to go home, and when she looked behind her, Chance was following. She couldn't believe it. He had made the decision to leave the yard and walk into something new. Back at her house, she laid out his belongings on the garage floor, his bowl, his blanket, everything familiar. She sat beside him, talking gently. "This is your stuff. This is your space. You're safe here." Chance laid down, calm and relaxed. For the first time in a long time, he was inside, protected, and not alone. Over the next few days, his personality started to come out. He smiled more. He wagged his tail often. He even started giving kisses. She left the garage door cracked at night, so he wouldn't feel trapped. She didn't know if he would stay, but each morning, he was still there, curled up and waiting. Then one morning, there was a surprise. A large German shepherd was standing next to him. It was clear they knew each other. She posted the dog, later named Nova, on neighborhood apps. People confirmed Nova had been a stray too. But what stood out the most was how close she and Chance were. Nova brought out even more life in him. She helped him play, helped him feel confident, and reminded him how to be a dog again. The bond between them grew quickly. They did everything together. Eat, walk, sleep, explore. Watching them made it clear. They weren't just two rescued dogs. They were a team. At first, she only planned to keep Chance. But seeing how much Nova meant to him, she couldn't separate them. "They're a unit," she said. It would feel wrong to split them up. So Nova stayed too. Now they both have a home, a yard, toys, and all the love they could ever need. These two dogs had no one. They came from unknown places with unknown pasts. But now they have each other, and a person who fought to give them a better life. Their future is calm, happy, and full of love. If this story touched you, give it a like. Even sharing this helps more animals find love.